This will either offend you or free you. I don't know which, but let's see how it goes. Now I want you to close your eyes and just imagine this. A guy is sitting across from a babe at a small cafe down the street. It's a Friday evening. The light is low. The smell of roasted coffee is in the air. The quiet hum of evening conversations is around them. There are just a few other people in the cafe, so it's quiet and almost romantic in there. They've been talking for about an hour that feels like 10 minutes. He is having a good time. She laughs easily. She listens fully. And there's something calm about her, like she isn't rushing to impress anyone. He is thinking, wow, I think I like her. When the waiter drops the bill, he smiles as he reaches for his credit card in his wallet. And that's when he looks up at her and asks, "Hey, are you on Instagram?" She tilts her head, still smiling, not rude, just sure of herself, and says confidently, "Oh, I'm not on social media." His eye pops. Like what? Then he says, "What about TikTok?" No, she's not there either. He is thinking, nah, she gotta be joking, right? And for a moment, his brain doesn't know what to do with that answer. No Instagram? No TikTok? No digital trace at all? In a world where everyone posts everything, she doesn't? What kind of woman is this? And somehow, in his mind, that makes her even harder to forget. Ladies, he is going to leave the cafe that night thinking about her. Not just about what she wore, or what she ordered, or what they talked about. No, he will be thinking about that sentence. "I'm not on social media." That sentence lingers. That night, as he sits on his sofa, he scrolls through his phone, half out of habit, half out of curiosity, but he can't find her on social media. There are no filtered photos, no beach day captions, and no trail of likes or followers. And suddenly, she feels rare, because in a world where attention is currency, she's chosen to live offline, and that makes her feel untouchable, almost unreal and mysterious. Psychologists say the sense that someone has a private world you can't access triggers curiosity and attraction. You want them more, because our brains are wired to chase what feels scarce. And when you think about it deeply, people who aren't online often come across as more grounded, less performative, more present. When she is with someone, she is not half distracted by notifications. Her eyes stay with you. Her attention is full. And in a time where everyone's attention is scattered, that kind of focus feels like intimacy. And that's something most of us have forgotten how to do. As for me, I've always been fascinated by these kinds of women. Women who choose silence in a noisy world, who live their lives quietly, without filters or captions. And I started wondering, what kind of mind does it take to do that? Because let's be honest, most of us live with an invisible audience in our heads. Before we post, we think, how will this look? What will they think? Will they like it? We've learned to see our lives through the lens of others. So, when someone steps away from all that, it's not just rebellion, it's awareness. And honestly, it's a major awareness trip for men. And before you say they are shy, I disagree. The women who don't post are often not shy or secretive. They're just grounded in a way most people aren't anymore. They don't need to perform to feel real. They've learned that privacy isn't hiding, it's healing. I remember talking to a friend once. She told me she had deleted all her social media accounts. I didn't really understand it, but when I asked why, she said, "I was tired of living like I was always being watched. I just wanted to feel like my life was mine again." That sentence stuck with me. I wanted to feel like my life was mine again. Because for so many women, the internet owns your attention, it owns your emotions, it even owns your memories. We don't just experience things anymore, we record them. We don't just feel joy, we post it. We don't just heal, we announce it. It's like, if it's not on social media, it never happened. But these women, the ones who don't post, they experience life in real time. They don't need the world to witness it, to make it real. There's also something mysterious about these women, not in a fake hard-to-get way, but in a self-contained, calm way. You can't figure them out with one scroll. You can't predict what they'll say next because you haven't read their thoughts in captions. And that's rare because mystery takes control. In psychology, mystery triggers curiosity and respect. We're drawn to what we can't easily access. And women who don't post carry that natural gravity. They remind us that real confidence is quiet, that you don't need to prove your worth by broadcasting it. You just have to know it and live it. There's another side to this too. Many women leave social media because they're tired. Tired of the comparison trap. Tired of feeling not enough. Psychologist Leon Festinger called it social comparison theory. The idea that we define our worth by comparing ourselves to others. And platforms like Instagram and TikTok turn that instinct into an endless game. So many women confess that anytime they scroll through their feeds, there is that quiet voice that whispers, "You're not enough. Not as successful. Not as pretty. Not as loved. Not living your best life." Can you imagine that? Someone's vacation makes you question your own routine. Someone's body makes you question yours. Someone's relationship post makes you wonder if you're loved enough by your own partner. It's insane. So, when someone steps away from that noise, it's not disinterest, it's power. You know yourself for who you are, without being pressured by the noise online. And maybe that's what makes you, as a woman, more attractive to a man. He feels seen when he is with you. There's another layer to it too. Psychologists often talk about delayed gratification, the ability to resist the urge for an immediate reward. It's one of the strongest signs of emotional maturity. Social media feeds the opposite. On social media, you post, then you get likes, and you feel seen. It's instant reward, instant validation. It's a high. But that's not how real life works. So, when someone is able to step out of that loop, it means they've built validation from within. They don't need the high. They don't need constant reminders that they exist or that they matter. They already know. And that's not arrogance. That's alignment. That's someone whose self-worth isn't attached to feedback or likes or retweets. And that, to me, is one of the healthiest forms of confidence there is. But let's be honest. I know some of you will think, oh, it's not always that deep. I agree. Sometimes, the reason someone doesn't post is simpler. Maybe she's introverted. Maybe she's busy. Or maybe she's just tired of noise. Still, the pattern remains, despite what the reason is. Stepping away from the digital stage often brings people back to themselves. When you stop performing, you start noticing. You hear your thoughts again. You feel boredom again. The good kind. The kind that creates reflection. You start remembering what real life feels like. The sound of silence. The texture of a day without distraction. That's when peace creeps back in. So, what can we learn from these women? Well, if you're someone who's glued to your phone, constantly posting, scrolling, and comparing, I'm not judging you. But I'm just letting you know that if you feel any kind of pressure from social media, this is a reminder that you can step back. You can take your life offline for a while. You can be private. You can choose peace over proof. And if you're one of those women who doesn't post, well, this is a quiet thank you. Thank you for showing the rest of us what it means to belong to yourself and to exist without needing to be seen. So, the next time you meet a woman who says, "I'm not on social media," don't think they're hiding. No, maybe they've just found something most people haven't. A life that feels full. even when no one's watching. Sometimes I wonder, what if we could see the last 10 years of our lives as a chart showing where our time went? How many hours would be spent scrolling, checking, and refreshing our social media feed? How many moments did we half live because we were too busy documenting them? That thought alone makes me want to log off social media, to go outside, to breathe, to live quietly, not because the world doesn't deserve to see, but because not everything beautiful needs an audience. And maybe that's the real flex, to live a life that doesn't need to be seen, to be felt. Are you someone who recognizes there may be a need to just off social media? Maybe not forever, but just for a while. Why have you not done so yet? And if you have, how was that experience for you? Share in the comments. And thank you for watching, liking, and subscribing.